triple.
He is just tearing it up. They're going anywhere while he's this hot.
Let's catch up with Doris from the...
Kid and I were able to chat. He's been chewing over the bed with all that shot blocking inside. He said the big thing is we can't play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. Kevin, we'll see if they can turn the tables this time around. Back to you.
And Doris, as always, thanks. And guys, do you agree with Coach's game plan here, given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
I really do. I think they're such a hard team to generate offense against. That has to be where they devote most of their attention.
Well, as long as it doesn't come at the expense of their own defense, fellas. I mean, they can't concentrate so intensely on offense, they forget to defend.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. John Henson's checked in for Biombo. Parker comes in for Monroe. And it's Rivers in for Carter Williams. Now Rivers, following the three-point attempt by Freak. Parker sets the screen for Kumbo. He kicks to Middleton. There's the triple. It's rebounded by New York. Last time they met in New York.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them. The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Rivers. Henson sets a screen for Rivers. Middleton the pass to Parker. The 10-footer. It's deflected, and he recovers it. 1:24 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Hopkins. And again, it's New York. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek Fisher had some words for his team over that last break. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against New Orleans.
And they were really locked in from beyond the arc in that game. I mean, the results wouldn't have looked anything like it did had it not been for their ability from beyond.
Exactly. They were spraying home threes at a huge rate.
Here's Rivers, following the basket by Freak. Henson sets a screen for Rivers. Henson with the screen. Rivers kicks to Middleton. Feeds it to Rivers. And the Bucks miss again.
And even with the D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Freak kicks to O'Quinn. Hopkins, the pass to Freak, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
It hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
That's a 2 from Parker. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove. Well, it sounds like he still feels like this. Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Larry Sanders is checked in for Lopez. Porzingis comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. Aaron Aflalo He's checked in for Hairston. And Freak subbed in for Roten. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Freak in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Sanders. Then there's Calderon, and it's Afflalo in at the 3, the small forward.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. Fader on the way. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Monroe's got 10.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Now here's Freak. Carter Williams covering. Calderon dishes to Freak. Shoots from the elbow. Craig Monroe with the rebound. Monroe's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here they go. And it's good. Caught through contact, hits the shot, and go to the free throw line.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Henson's checked in for Biyombo. Laverne comes in for Craig Monroe. And Middleton subbed in for Austin Rivers. Here's Henson. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Knicks leading by 9. 4-on-3 break. And a wide open look for Freak. Nailed from three-point land. Freak's got 20.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it. I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And again, New York running the court in transition. Lets the 3 fly. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
And on a really nice run here. And defensively, you've got to force them to operate in the half court. It allows you to put bodies on bodies.
And here's Middleton following the three-pointer by Freak. Middleton right side. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Bucks trail by 17. Middleton the pass to Carter Williams. Back to Middleton to stop the run, and that's not going to go. So as we conclude the first. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Freak. 25 points. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. Craig Monroe is out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's Biyombo at the center position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They trail by 18. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors was simply terrific. He ended up with 44 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
There's the pass to Middleton. The feed to Carter Williams. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That is his first foul of the game.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. He's made all 3 of their shot attempts.
And the Bucks with some changes. Parker comes in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Austin Rivers in for Michael Carter Williams. And then for New York, Lopez, he's checked in for Sanders. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis, and Roten subbed in for Aaron Aflalo.
Bucks call timeout.
And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. 5th best, the Bucks.
Not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
So it's the Bucks now. It's an 18-point game. Monroe left side. Lopez with the block. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. 3-pointer. And again, New York with the triple.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the 3-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Monroe. Big role in the offense for the rest of this game to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Now here's Freak. He's got 36. Hairston kicks to Freak. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's New York.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Monroe sets a screen for Rivers. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
It's Parker with the drive. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Bucks have missed more than they've made at the foul line tonight, 3 of 7.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
John Henson's checked in for Bismack Biyombo.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Parker outside. There's the pick. The dish to Middleton. Off the pick. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And he gets it to go. Freak's got 43 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And stolen by Freak. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Now, Freak following the 3-point attempt by Austin Rivers. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Rivers. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Parker. And again, the Bucks miss. The Knicks leading by 23. Freak with it. Picked up by Rivers. Takes a 3. And good. The three-point shot good from Freak. Freak's got 48.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Now here's Rivers. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Here's Freak. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Lopez dishes it to Roten. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Freak. And there's another one for the Knicks.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Now Rivers. Henson with the screen. He gets it up. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Knicks out front as they wrap up the third quarter. Sends a new group in for the Knicks. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And New York, looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at point guard. Williams is out there with Perry Jones. Then there's Calderon, and it's Porzingis in at the 5, down low.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Shoots, and that one's good. Freak's got 52 points.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Freak. Jumps up, finishes the break with a slam.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
Laverne passes to Antetokounmpo. Knocked away. It's stolen by Calderon. Here's Freak, and he bangs it home with one hand.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here's Laverne. It's rebounded by New York. Freak's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Calderon. Now here's Freak. The 3. That is good. Freak's got 59 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Laverne. Looking to end the run. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Here's Freak. And again, New York with the triple.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Parker outside. Now, here's Childress. Defense is right there. There's the pick. Here's Wilkes. 6 on the shot clock. Makes it off the glass.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for New York.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Freak. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Damian Inglis has checked in for Milwaukee. And New York with a change here, too. Hairston, he's checked in for Jose Calderon. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Launches it. The rebound by the Bucks. Here's Childress. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. It was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. 60-plus points is rarefied territory that few players ever see in the NBA. But we saw it here tonight. Truly jaw-dropping. And Kenny, you had some words earlier while the game was going on. What do you think?
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon.
DJ Khaled.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Hawks in Atlanta. Looking at the Hawks, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. And if you've been watching the Big Bass, been on a tear. How's he gotten so hot, Shaq?
Well, you know, he's letting the game come to him on the offensive end. He's not forcing the shot, but he's still being aggressive, and he always testing his defender. And he's, you know what, Ernie, he smells that barbecue chicken down there. You can't guard this man one-on-one.
Well,
lick your fingers. The barbecue chicken is hot and crispy.
You're making me hungry right now, but
Crispy barbecue chicken?
ooh, that.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
The Hawks play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it live right here from Atlanta, Georgia.
Ready to go?
The Knicks will end their road trip here before heading back to New York. They've put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
The way this team has been playing, Kevin, I would expect them to continue the win streak against this team because, quite honestly, they enjoy a lot of matchup advantages in this one.
Yeah, but I think it's critical that you stay in the moment. You know, you can't get caught up in that kind of thinking. It's okay for us to think that way, but they need to focus on the opponent, on the here and now.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Hairston. Then there's Sanders. And it's a Flalo in a shooting guard. And finished off by Sweat.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Now here's Freak. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, he told me their game plan offensively today is a relatively simple one. He wants to see as many plays run through the low post as possible. He said physically, we're the stronger team, and we need to use that to our benefit. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Buries it from 3-point range. Freak's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Teague, here we go. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. And again, New York with the triple. Here's Teague. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Washington.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
Here's McDaniels. Cephalosha passes to McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. Horford kicks to Teague. Baseline jumper. That's good.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
New York's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Freak. Scott pulls it in.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Here's McDaniels. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Passes it to Porzingis. He kicks it to Freak. Releases. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Outside Teague. Good D by Sanders.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Here's Freak. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And even in hostile as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
Hands it from downtown. Freaks. 7 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And Teague, here we go. Atlanta again missing. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Freak. He's got 11. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Pick by Horford. T kicks to Horford. Will it go? And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Larry Sanders picks one up.